everyone. So nice to have you back again today, this Saturday, for the In on Saturday. Today's topic is on how to receive it. You know that thing that you've always wanted, that you have in your mind's eye, not quite sure how to get it going, how to actually receive that thing? Yeah, that's what we're going to talk about today. This space and this place is where you get to press the reset button on your life, recenter and realign to the present moment. In fact, that's what this is all about anyway, right? When you think about it, this moment, the present moment, is all there is all there will ever be. Yesterday already happened, tomorrow hasn't happened yet, and everything that we could ever possibly need in this moment is right here. The intention behind each and every weekly session is to make this practice simple, easy, and effortless. Remember the acronym SEE, S-E-E. And the purpose behind doing that is to see how truly simple being mindful is, and applying meditation as part of your daily practice, no different than getting up and brushing your teeth and doing your hair and washing your face. You know what you typically do each and every day, that it becomes such a habit that you don't even have to think about it. What if you applied the practices that you learned from each session into your daily life? What kind of life would you truly have? Let's get at this good living today on today's topic. Good morning. Good morning. Thank you all for being here. I so appreciate you showing up early this Saturday. All right. Again, the topic is how to receive it. There are 3 keys to receive what it is that you want. Number 1 is to trust. Number 2 is partnership. And number 3 is bad Assery. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. And I will talk about that. Number 1 is trust. Trust is conjoined to faith. You can't trust without having faith. Because sometimes the things that you are actually wanting, you have to have an understanding in your mind that though it is not in your physical presence, you are still able to receive it. Having that trust in yourself, having that certainty in yourself, that resolve in yourself, standing firm in who you are, knowing exactly what you want. Sometimes we say we want a thing, but our actions don't line up with our words. So we need our thought process and our actions to be in alignment, right? It's that namaste. Bringing both of them together is essential. Trust is that thing where you know it even without seeing it. So it's no different than, for example, you go to the restaurant Kale My Name. Yeah, I'm calling out my girl Tabitha Brown right now with her restaurant. Please go out and check out her restaurant. If you were to go to her restaurant and place your order, there is great understanding that after you have paid for what it is that you have asked for, with certainty, you know that you'll receive it. There's no question around whether you will receive it because you already placed your order. Now, what if in life you approached what you want with that kind of understanding, that kind of certainty, that kind of surety? It doesn't matter how grand that thing is. If it is in your mind, that seed planted in your mind, that idea planted in your mind, that means that it's possible for you to receive it. And I'll get into the questions behind what you should ask to align yourself with receiving what it is that you want. Now, there was a time in my life when I used to be on that struggle bus, constantly questioning myself, constantly trying to figure out the process of getting what I wanted, and grinding to receive what it is that I want. Because you see, I didn't trust that I would receive it. So therefore, I felt I needed to insert myself in the process of struggling to receive it. That is so out of balance with the nature of life. Think about it. If I were to plant an apple seed in the ground, and I gave it enough nourishment and enough care, and planted it in fertile soil, and that soil had direct sunlight, and that soil I was able to give water to produce an apple tree, with certainty it will be so. An apple seed will not produce a pear tree. It will not produce a mango tree. With certainty, that apple seed, with proper action, will produce what it is that it's designed to do. When I figured out that the process wasn't as difficult as I thought, I started to retrain my mind. I started to retrain my expectation so that I can be in full alignment with the real expectation of what it is that I have already asked for. When I first started this business, I didn't really know anyone in this business. So there wasn't anyone that I could call to get advice from, to give me some direction in terms of do's and don'ts and how to make it happen and how to serve at the highest capacity. I just knew that I had a desire in my heart to serve others. I didn't quite know my niche yet. I just knew I wanted to serve. And there was someone I met along the way after declaring that intention. Yes, I'm going to move forward with this action on doing it. Life lined me up with the people that I needed to be around in order to support me, because I already declared what it is that I wanted. Now, here's the thing about life. Life will test you. Because the first person I met who was in this industry, I asked for advice, and her answer was no. She didn't want to help me. She was very clear about her position. So in that moment, I could have thought, well, damn. Am I really in the right industry? I could have just decided, well, you know what? Maybe this thought, this vision, this thing that I have in mind isn't really where I need to be. But I allowed that no from her to be okay with me. And I started getting clear on my ask. I started getting clear on what I really wanted. I started getting clear on who I needed to help support me and guide me along the way. So my questions were different. I started asking of God, life, universe, please send me people that are willing to support me in this moment, that are willing to guide me along the way. And in that ask, life aligned the people that I needed to guide me. Sometimes we are uncertain about our path. we feel discouraged because the thing that we're wanting doesn't seem to happen soon enough. And as a result, we begin to wonder, is all of this worth it? And in that moment, if we're not careful, we'll give up. We'll turn our back to the very thing that we were created to do. Is that where you are? Is that where you were? Is that where someone that you know is right now? The second key for today's lesson is on partnership. No one, and I mean no one in this world makes it alone. I don't care who they are. I don't care where they're from. I don't care what family they come from. No one in this world makes it alone. Partnership is the name of the game. Now, there's partnership between you and I, but before there's partnership between you and I, there has to be a partnership between you and the divine. That part. And when you have that locked and loaded, when you develop that relationship with the divine, no different than being in a relationship with the person that you love, the more attention and attention and intention that you invest into that relationship, it begins to blossom and grow. Very much the same way as the relationship that you have with the divine. For me, the divine is God. For you, perhaps it's another name. The more that I gave room and space to be still, to be in direct communion with the divine, in prayer and in meditation. In prayer, it was my ask. In meditation is where my mind was still enough to receive the answer and to hear from the divine. When I tell you this work is powerful, when I tell you how to receive it, I'm giving you keys that I know work. Partnership is more valuable than any diamond you can purchase. And when I talk about partnership, again, it's around establishing that relationship and also being quiet enough, mindful enough to receive the answers that come to you. Because they will come. They always come. So here's the thing. To pick up on the story around me starting this business, there was a woman that I met at a conference. In fact, it was a conference, an Oprah Winfrey conference. And on a break from that conference, I walked across the street. I was at a restaurant, Mexican restaurant, and there was a woman that was there. We just happened to strike up a conversation and start talking. And I thought nothing of it other than good conversation. Would you know, 7 years later, that same woman re-entered my life. That same woman started a company. That same woman hired my business, in which I am working with her right now, training other fabulous coaches to become certified with the ICF, which is the International Coaching Federation. Now, I got some more to tell you. As I began to define and clarify the kinds of questions I needed to ask God for, I met another woman. This woman, extremely powerful. We met, had no other reason than to connect. Connect in the sense of a friendship. That relationship developed into her company hiring my business to be one of her communication coaches. I now coach top executives from companies that you know, companies in which you have purchased their products, companies in which you probably are wearing their apparel. Life will always bring you what it is that you need when you have certainty in who you are, what you want, and clarity in terms of what it is that you're asking for. And when you ask that question, then, again, I'm drilling this into you. The next step is to pay attention, to be open, to receive what life brings you. Not for you to change what it is, to force yourself to create what it is that you need to create. That's where you enter that struggle bus. You can't seem to make it because one step up, it's like 10 steps down. Then you try again and then it's 20 steps down. It's like this consistent struggle and you can't seem to make it to where you want to be. These weekly sessions will train your mind and train your body to be in alignment with life. Not opposing life, but to be in full alignment with life. And it's not always to receive something. While this topic today is about receiving, the weekly sessions aren't just about receiving. But I'm giving you these examples as evidence that it works. And these stories are not to impress you, but they are to impress upon you that the work works. The third key is badassery. And I mean badassery, and you need to come with it. I mean, come with it with guns blazing. Do you hear me? Because when you walk into the door, you got to know that you own it. You got to know that you are prepared enough for it. You can't walk in with no doubt now, because doubt will cancel out what you want. Now you've entered the struggle bus. Hey, okay? That bus, the wheels have already fallen off. You don't want to be on that bus. You don't want to be near that bus. You want to take another ride, another transportation system, because it certainly can't be that one. I've been on that struggle bus, and it ain't cute. Holla at your girl if you've been there and you're done with that. That ain't you anymore. Like, you're ready for something totally different. Having this badassery about you is walking with a level of Godfidence. Now, not cockiness, but Godfidence. Yes, confidence, but that confidence comes from this internal knowing, this internal level of respect and honor of the divine that is within you and the divine that guides you, which are one and the same. That level of Godfidence, that level of humility that comes with that Godfidence, because you know from which you came. So now you walk into the room because you have remembered the assignment. That's what that struggle was about. Not for you to stay on that struggle bus, but for you to get clear about who you are, and to get clear about your purpose, and to get clear about why you are here at this time in this life, and who are you to serve in the process. Hey, come on. That's what the struggle is about. It's for you to know and to remember your assignment. That when you walk into the room, you already know. Nobody has to define who you are. Nobody has to tell you what you're here to do. You already know what you're here to do. And as a result of that, the people show up, the opportunities show up, the finances show up. Everything that you need in that moment is presented to you if you but pay attention, take heed, and then do something with it, which means that it requires your action. Because we're not just talking about it, but we're going to walk the talk. We're going to walk the talk and walk it out. I mean, like walking it out, okay? That part. Badassery has to come along with the ride. These 3 keys that I shared with you are powerful. Trust, partnership, and badassery. Oh, it'll take you some places now. And that is why I am so grateful to share this space and this place with you each week, because this is where we get to talk about real stuff. This is where we get to get down in the nitty-gritty and really make this life work for us, so that life doesn't consistently happen to us, but life is actually happening for us because we programmed our mind to understand that. My intention is to make every session as simple, easy, and effortless as possible. Because when you do approach life with that mindset, you will begin to live a richer life, a more aligned life, a life in which your soul is on fire. And you have no consideration or thought to redo the life that never worked for you. Now you've entered a new life. You've entered the life in which you were born to live. And you're going to ride this life out until it's time to exit it. Let's get ready to lock in and breathe in today's mindful session. Please get comfortable in your seated position. I ask that you put your phone on silent, which is what I will do right now. And you can close the door, you can turn the lights off or leave them on, or turn the lights down, however you like it. You can light a candle, you can even light incense. And here's the thing about incense. If you decide to light incense, be sure that you choose a scent that is not overpowering, not too distracting. Because if the scent is too distracting, then it will take you away from actually being right here in this meditative moment and breathing practice. Right? Let's adjust our posture, because energy flows from the base of our spine all the way up to the top of our head. So we want our posture to be as aligned as possible. Your back does not have to be ramrod straight. I repeat that every week because oftentimes people feel as though they have to be like military style straight. And you don't. Okay? You're going to relax those shoulders. You're going to have your back as aligned as possible. And you're going to adjust your body based on where you're feeling stress or any tension or pain. So if you're having pain in your hip or some pain in your lower back, please adjust your body where it is comfortable for you. That is the key. And the reason being, again, is that if you make your body too uncomfortable, the activity of the mind goes to where the pain is. And again, you are not present in this moment of meditation. You're more present where the pain is, right? Because all of your attention is where that pain is versus being here in this meditative moment. All right. So let's get ready to breathe. We'll breathe in through our nose and we'll breathe out through our mouth. Okay. And we'll hold our breath on the exhale. This is called negative breathing. Negative breathing is designed scientifically to increase the amount of carbon dioxide in the body. Just a hair, not too much where you pass out, but just a hair that it slows down the activity of the mind. And by slowing down the activity of the mind, you become more relaxed. Okay? there's a reason for the season. Let's breathe in through our nose. And breathe out through our mouth. And hold your breath on 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's breathe in through our nose. And breathe out through our mouth. Hold your breath on 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathe in through your nose. Breathe out through your mouth. Hold your breath on 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathe in again through your nose. Breathe out through your mouth. Hold your breath on 1, 2, 3, 4. Release the breath. Return to the natural inflow and outflow of your breathing. And this time, just close your eyes. And internally scan your body from head to toe. Without any judgment, just complete awareness. Notice how you feel. Notice if you're more relaxed now than before. And now release that thought. Let it float away from your mind. This time, keeping our eyes closed on the inhale and exhale exercise. Breathing in again through your nose. Exhaling from your mouth. Hold your breath on 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale again through your nose. Exhale from your mouth. Hold your breath on 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale again through your nose. Exhale through your mouth. Hold your breath on 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale again through your nose. And exhale through your mouth. Hold your breath on 1, 2, 3, 4. Release the breath. Return to the natural inhalation and exhalation. And again, internally scan your body from head to toe, noticing any subtle shifts that are happening. Just awareness. And now release that thought. We'll now go deeper into our meditation. I'll ask you the 4 soul questions designed to help you clarify who you are, what you want, what your purpose is, and what you're grateful for. Continue to keep your eyes closed. Bring all of your attention to your heart center That's the area of your chest, right in the center, right here. And in fact, before I ask these soul questions, I'm going to ask that you breathe in through your heart center. Your heart center is the fourth chakra. It connects the upper three chakras to the lower three chakras. And it is the portal of love. Right? And when you operate from a place of love, there is nothing that will be in opposition. So let's bring all of our attention and intention to this fourth chakra. You can open your eyes right now. Bring all of your attention and intention right here. And let's breathe in through this space, clearing out our fourth chakra. So as you're breathing, envision the air entering into your heart center and exiting from your heart center. Right? So let's breathe in and breathe out. Breathing in through the heart center and breathing out from the heart center. Again, breathing in and breathing out. One more time, breathing in and breathing out. Please close your eyes again. The first soul question is, who am I? Who am I? Who am I is not your name. It's not your title in terms of what you do for a living. It's not your religion. It's not your race. It's not your culture. It's not anything that is tied to an identifier in this life. Who am I is deeper than that. It's the essence of who you are. The moment before you even entered this world. The moment in which you were created. Allow yourself to go deep into this question. Who am I? The second soul question is, what do I want? What do I want? Allow yourself to receive whatever responses come to you, whether it be in the form of a sensation, an image, a feeling, or a thought. However it comes, just be open without concentrating too hard. What do I want? The third soul question is, what is my purpose? In other words, what am I called to do? Allow whatever responses to come to you, whether it be in the form of an image, a feeling, a thought, or a sensation. Try not to judge whatever comes up. Just be open and receive whatever answers emerge. What is my purpose? The final soul question is, what am I grateful for? What am I grateful for? Allow whatever answers emerge. Please release all of the questions and answers. Just return to the natural inflow and outflow of your breathing. We'll now go deeper into our meditation. I'll introduce today's Sanskrit mantra, which is Aham. 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 Continue repeating your mantra aloud. Aham. 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 And now repeat the mantra softly. And now repeat the mantra silently. If your attention has drifted to thoughts in your mind, sounds in the environment, or sensations in your body, please bring all of your awareness and attention back to repeating today's mantra. Aham. 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 Continue repeating the mantra silently, almost as though it's a faint whisper in your mind. Try not to look for any profound experience to happen, because if you do, that focuses in on the activity of the mind and takes you away from this mindful moment. Please continue repeating your mantra. I will mind the time and let you know when the meditation is up. Please release today's mantra and return to the natural inflow and outflow of your breathing. Keeping your eyes closed. Resting in existence. Resting in awareness. Resting in being. Existence, awareness, being. Sat, Chit, Ananda. Just rest. I'll now introduce today's intention. As I repeat the intention, allow it to flow through your entire body. Feel the vibration of the words within your body, and also receive and repeat, rather, the intention too. Today's intention is loving, compassionate heart. Loving, compassionate heart. When you're ready, you can stretch out of today's meditation, keeping your eyes closed and feeling into the stretch. You can tilt your head to the right and just feel into the stretch. Feel the stretch in your neck and in your shoulders, if you are able to do that. If there's pain in this part of the body, you don't have to. And then stretching over to the left. Again, feeling into the stretch if possible. Rounding out your shoulders. And then putting the palms of your hands together at your heart center. Bowing in gratitude to your soul for today's meditation. And then softly opening your eyes and raising your head and extending the blessing namaste to each person on today's meditation. Namaste. The light in me honors the light in you. Thank you so much for coming today and participating in today's mindful session and meditation. To summarize what I talked about today, the 3 keys for the topic on how to receive it is number 1, trust, number 2, partnership, and number 3, bad assery. I just love that word. Please type in the chat if you learned anything, if today's topic resonated with you, if it's something that you will participate in and try. You can expect to see me here most Saturdays, although I'm taking off for the rest of the year. I'm going to take off about 2 weeks and into the new year, but I'll kick it off in January, and our topic will be on our goals and how to set them, and how to create some action plans around receiving what it is that we actually want. So it's more around the goal setting piece, and I'll give you a strategy around what I do and what's worked very successfully for me. Remember, you can find me here each week. Please tell a friend, a coworker, a relative, whomever that you know about these weekly sessions. The more that we have is the better. There's coherence when all of us come together and we are meditating, ultimately creating a kinder world, and most importantly, creating a sense of kindness within ourselves. Sometimes we're so hard on ourselves that having this moment, it helps to level set. It helps to remind us that all is well, even when everything around us doesn't seem to be that way. I appreciate you for coming, and I will see you in the new year. As usual, your purposeful journey begins right here. I'll see you next year. Thank you.